What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. Let's dig in, guys. We have some interesting stuff going on, and I will show you a video about a woman explaining from Ripple itself that how the XRP works. We kind of know how it works, of course, but it's just interesting because I want to tell you something about it, right? It's very interesting, guys. Let's dig in. So here we can see, fam, India's ahead of the curve. Main words to look out for in 2023: interoperability, open source, level playing field, financial inclusion. When you see these words, guys, you just have to understand that they are talking about Ripple. Before Ripple, there was no interoperability, there was no friction, there was no financial inclusion. They were not really solving this problem, but now they are. And that video that I will show you, as well as this one, will show you guys why they chose XRP, right? Because it's neither proof of work and it's neither proof of stake. Let's dig in.
Commerce, messaging, cloud infrastructure, social media, and mobile operating systems, amongst many others. In very sharp contrast to this, India has adopted a very unprecedented and a powerful new approach in policy governance through the adoption of digital public infrastructure. This has enabled India to digitally leapfrog in a very big way, with the public sector playing a key role in defining the regulatory guardrails and the private sector innovating and competing in the marketplace. These public digital platforms are open source, they have open APIs, they have open standards for interoperability, and leverage public data for open innovation models. These low-cost and inclusive platforms are based on the core principles of consent-based data sharing protocols, and they have sharply reduced the digital divide in India. They've also created a regulatory level playing field through regulatory framework. Tech innovations normally across history have emerged from the developed world. Digital public infrastructure is an area where an emerging market like India has created a unique model for the world, converging both privacy and innovation. Today, in India, we have a basket of citizen services. You have this Jam Trinity, which links 1 billion plus biometrics with an equal number of bank accounts and mobile phones to drive financial inclusion. 400.
Now, everything is connected, guys, and that is the problem that Ripple is really solving here. Because if you have payments moving like the Internet of Value, as they call it, you can connect many things to that. You can connect products, e-commerce, you can services. A lot of things are connected to this, guys. This is a huge problem that they are solving, and that is what he's talking about now, right? Now they have the ability to actually put everything in a basket for someone on his phone, and everything is accessible within a couple of apps, right? Because you can pay very easily and the settlement is there. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. Transactions are confirmed on the XRP Ledger using the XRP Ledger consensus protocol. This consensus mechanism doesn't require pay to play or huge amounts of energy to solve math problems. Let's take a look. They say learn how it works, right? We know how XRP works, but just pay close attention, guys, that this was built a decade ago. Think about that. Think about a decade ago, they already had this technology. This is not new. This was already there. The most efficient way to move transactions. Let's take a look.
Welcome to our series on the XRP Ledger. In this episode, we'll describe how transactions are confirmed on the XRPL using the consensus mechanism. With a decentralized ledger, there's no single central arbiter that confirms transactions, but there does need to be a method to ensure that all network participants execute transactions correctly and consistently. This includes the order in which transactions are processed to avoid what is called the double spend problem, an attempt to spend the same asset more than once. On a blockchain, there are different ways to reach this agreement. One of the first consensus algorithms developed is called proof of work, which is used by a number of blockchains. A number of validating nodes called miners all compete with each other to solve a difficult mathematical puzzle. So difficult that it takes a huge amount of computing power and electricity. And why do complex math all day? Because not only does the winner decide the transaction order, they also get a reward paid out in that native asset. But it does come at a cost to the environment, particularly if the energy used is not sustainable energy. And it's not always the most efficient way to settle a ledger, as it takes a lot of time and can be expensive. There's also proof of stake, where each node stakes a certain number of cryptocurrency in order to participate. And similar to buying lottery tickets, the more you invest, the greater chance you have of winning. This is much more efficient, but it does concentrate validation among the wealthiest stakers. And finally, we'll discuss a third method, the XRP Ledger consensus algorithm. This doesn't rely on huge amounts of energy to solve math problems or require pay to play. Instead, the incentive for the nodes to confirm transactions on the XRPL is simple, so that the ledger functions well. And the best way to help the ledger function well is to reach accurate agreement as efficiently as possible. So within seconds, a number of diverse and independent nodes rapidly compare notes on a set of transactions until they agree on the processing order and confirm the transactions. Because this happens within seconds and isn't based on solving complex math problems, it only uses a tiny fraction of the energy that proof-of-work blockchains use. In fact, the XRP Ledger is the world's first major global blockchain that is carbon neutral, so it's more environmentally friendly. The XRPL node operators want the ledger to function well for a variety of reasons.
Now, first of all, guys, all the people that are saying that it's not decentralized, here's your answer. Again, Ripple cannot influence how the XRP Ledger makes transactions or have any control on it. So it is decentralized, 100%. This literally answers that. And then the second one is it's carbon neutral. It's one of the few, and this is built a decade ago, which is so mind-blowing, because the most efficient blockchain technologies are built after 2018, 2017. Let's say the real most efficient ones, like the ones with high transactions per second and low cost, right? Those are built at a later stage. This is built a decade ago, and look how scalable, look how innovative this is, guys. Think about that. Think about that for a second. It's mind-blowing when you think about it. More proof that if Ripple loses, and I have no idea what will happen, that there will be open season for SEC enforcement actions. SEC sues crypto firms Genesis and Gemini over lending product. Now, this is what's going to happen this whole year, guys. More and more companies, cryptocurrencies are going to melt down because that's what they want. They do not want crypto to succeed. A Ripple XRP is different, right? It has a utility, it has a mission, it's adopted by banks, it's different. Like the elite people are on the side of Ripple. That's the whole point here. And when you invest in Bitcoin, you don't have that, right? You're actually on the opposite side. So you're taking a big risk. I'm not saying that it's not good investment. I'm not saying that. But you're taking a big risk, because this is why things are gonna get melted down, guys. 99% will cease to exist. Today's a good day for the American people and a bad day for bureaucrats in Washington. I am honored to serve as chairman of the Financial Committee Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee. See you soon, SEC, CFPB, Federal Reserve, just to name a few. Full statement. This means, guys, they are going to investigate. They're going to make a big deal out of the SEC, right? Gensler can maybe be fired, guys, this year. And that would be so interesting. Imagine he walks away. What does that say for the case between Ripple and the SEC? Doesn't that automatically mean that Ripple is actually winning? Automatically. Because why? Because of the investigation in the SEC. They will find corruption. They will find things that are stifling economic growth, as you can see here. Over the last 2 years under the Biden administration, financial regulators have created a complicated, overburdensome, and often arbitrary regulatory structure that has stifled economic growth and hindered small business job creation, all while failing to protect Americans from bad actors, said Congressman Bill Huizenga. I am honored to serve as the chairman of the House Financial Services Oversight and Investigations Subcommittee in the 118th Congress. I want to thank Chairman McHenry for his trust and confidence in driving over committees, oversight, and investigate agenda. I look forward to leading the fight against the administration's repeated attempts to ignore congressional oversight. Today is a good day for American people and a bad day for bureaucrats in Washington. Maybe this is what Trump was talking about, guys, that there will be a change, a major change starting from 6-7 January. He literally said that on a video. So let's see what will happen, guys, but this year is going to be stunning. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the video. See you in the next one. Cheers.